everyone, today I have a little makeover for you. I have this Formal Funk Chloe doll. I've been sorting out my Bratz and I've got as far as the Formal Funk ones in chronological order. Yeah, I've got the rest of them up there on my shelf and I've got as far as Formal Funk. And this is the Formal Funk Chloe that I have. I do only have the one and she's in a bit of a sorry state. She's got a mark on her head there that try as I might, I cannot get off. And she has no clothing, no jewellery, nothing. The only thing I do have is her black skirt. So yeah, I do have that. So I need to make her an outfit and make her some jewellery and redo her hair. So the first thing I need to do is make her a top, and I thought broad black ribbon would be a good idea to make her a top with, but unfortunately I don't have any broad enough to do that. So what I found was this little scrap of black lace, and it's the only piece I've got in my craft room, and I honestly have tons of lace and none of it is plain black. So this is what we're going to use, and I decided that the best way to do it was to, it's a little bit stretchy, this lace is. It's about 1 inch wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around her waist like this, bring it back around to the front. So I've gone round her back, crossed it over, brought it to the front, and then I'm going to put it over her shoulders. But before I do, I'm going to just fold it at the top. Just fold it so that it's a little bit easier when you get it around the back of her neck. Yeah, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it into place at the back there. So I'm actually literally going to sew it onto her. Got my needle and thread ready here. And I'm just going to sew that. It literally is just the right size if I do it like this. Yeah, I'm just going to pop a few stitches in there to hold it in place. Not too many, because if you did ever get her outfit and want to take it off, you've then just got to nick that stitch out and you're done. Yeah. Right, so that's that part done. That's her. Quite quick and easy to do that little top, wasn't it? If the material had been a bit longer, I might have put a piece of Velcro on it. Now that we've got that sewn up, I can just rearrange the front a bit to make it a little bit more, to cover her up a bit more if you wanted to. Not that you have to. You can pull this bit up a bit as well. And also, if you felt the need, you could pop a little stitch in there too, just to hold that in position. Can you see that? Yeah, it does have a little triangle of flesh showing there, which is fine. I think her top does have a little bit of flesh showing anyway. But if you wanted to, you could just pull that bit up to there and pop a little stitch in to hold. I might just do that quickly just to show you what I mean. Just pop a stitch in just here. What I like is doll's clothes that don't take a lot of making. I do. And this top is classed as one of those. Yeah, it is. A little top that doesn't take any making at all. Wrap a bit of lace round and two little stitches and you're done. Right, so cut that off. There we are. You can't even see those stitches against the black. So there's a little top, and because it's made of stretch lace, it was quite easy to move around, and it looks nice at the back too. Look, you see she's got an open back top. That's lovely. Yeah. So then we'll go to her skirt. We'll pop her skirt on her. Now, I've had this skirt for ages, and it came in a bundle with some other dolls. I don't think it even came with Chloe. But as I say, it is the only piece of her clothing that I have. So actually, I'm pleased that I didn't have to make this skirt. I think I probably would have made her just maybe a little black dress or something if I'd had to do that. Or maybe she could have borrowed one of the other dolls' one of the other Formal Funk dolls' dresses to wear. Yeah, she could have done that, couldn't she? So there she is. That's her. So she's got a dress on and she's got a top on. And actually, she does look really lovely, doesn't she? I'm so happy with that top. Honestly, I can't believe how easy it was to make. So yeah, there's a skirt. And now the only shoes I could find for her were these. They're the only ones I had that matched her skin tone and were black. They could do with a little bit of painting, but that's easily rectified with a little bit of acrylic paint. You could just, you know, paint over there and cover that up. I'm not going to do that just now, but that's what you could do if you wanted to. So I'll pop on her shoes. So she actually looks lovely just like that. She's got a lovely skin tone, hasn't she? I love the sparkly lipstick. I love the little highlight in her eye. Yeah, she really does look pretty, doesn't she? That really has made a big difference, that little top has. Right, now, also she had no jewellery at all. So I wanted to make her a little necklace. And I found this. And I thought it would make a good choker. It's a little sparkly. What it is a bracelet that I got from Primark. I got a card of them. There was 8 bracelets on here for £2. That makes them 25p per bracelet, and I do use these to make my doll's jewellery with. So what I need to do is detach the chain from it and attach some kind of fastening. I do have fastenings here, but I don't know if I'll be able to get that undone and do it. So let's see. So I've just undone the little hoop that's holding the lobster clasp. That's still on there. Hopefully it'll stay on. We'll soon see, won't we? Then I'm going to cut the chain with my little cutter here. Just cut the last link in that chain so it'll pop off. There we are. So I've still got the loop on the end of there, look. Yeah, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Cut the chain off, leave the loop. And I'm just using a little pair of jewellery making wire cutters there to do that with. There, so now what I have is the little piece from the middle of the bracelet with the links on the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to one side, the little lobster clasp fastening. She says confidently, not doing it. Let me get a piece of equipment that I've got in here that will help. What I have is some little split rings. I use these for making things with. It's a little tiny split ring. Actually, it's not as tiny as I remembered it was. I probably could do with being a little bit smaller than that. But let's see how we get on. So what I've ended up with is the piece of necklace that I want that's going to be like a choker with a loop on each end and a fastener. Like I say, you probably could do with a smaller loop than I've got, but as that's all I've got to hand at the moment, that's what I'm having to use. So we'll fasten that onto her. And see what it looks like. Yeah, that's perfect. That's just what I wanted. It fits her like a little choker. In fact, it'll actually go down like a little necklace. That really does look pretty. I'm pleased with that. So the next piece of jewellery I wanted to make her was earrings, and I wanted her to have some like diamante, sparkly earrings. So I've got her these, another Primark purchase. What I've done is taken the back off them, and I'm going to bend it over with my little pliers here. Hold it in your pliers, pop it in as far as it'll go, and then all you need to do is bend this bit back. Just push it with your finger. It's quite stiff, so you might need to kids, if you're doing that, you might need to get an adult to do that for you because it is quite stiff. Bend that round. So what you've got is that shape. See the earring with the hook on the back, and I've found that if you do that, it'll stop in her ear. So we'll pop that in. And then the other side, same again. Hold it in your pliers, bend that bit over. Remember, that bit is quite stiff. It's hard to bend and you might hurt yourself if you're not careful. So just be careful doing that. There we are. Beautiful earrings, aren't they? They really suit her. And those again are a Primark buy. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah. They come on a card of 9. You get 9 pairs for £2. So, yeah. They're just over 20 pence each. Yeah, just over 20 pence each. Which I thought is a good price. And I've got some little dangly ones there. Look, they're a nice size to fit the Bratz dolls as well. And I also use them on my other dolls, especially my Mycene. So the next thing we need is her bracelet. Now this bracelet is actually an ear cuff. Again, Primark. £2. And you get 12 for £2 of those. So they're just under 20 pence each. Yeah. Little cut ear cuffs, and they make perfect bracelets for the dolls. So I'm going to pop her little bracelet on that hand there, it's quite easy to bend it shut because they're ear cuffs. They're easy to. Pretty little bracelet that is, isn't it? Just a plain silver. And then on the other side, what I've done is I've got a little ribbon rose, and I've glued it to a bracelet. And I'm going to pop that on the other side. That's her corsage, because she doesn't have a corsage. She does now. I'm going to pop that on there for her. And just clamp it shut. I don't want it riding up her arm because it's meant to stay around her wrist. There we are. How pretty does that look? Lovely, isn't it? She really is coming out well. I hadn't practiced the outfit and the jewellery, so I'm quite surprised and happy with how well it's come out. So now the only thing I need to do is her hair. Yeah, I did think about putting a ribbon on her dress, but I think with the lace top and everything, she doesn't really need... I suppose we could, let's try. Let's pop a ribbon around her waist and tie it and see what it looks like. We'll have it quite long so it comes down the front. I also had some like sparkly bits that I was going to try, but now she's got the dress on and I see her in it, I honestly don't think she needs them. I mean, this one especially is huge. Yeah, maybe that was not such a good idea. But I had like a little star there, or I had a little diamante that I could have put on, but I honestly don't think she needs them. But I might just put a bow around her waist. So I'm going to... Now, should the bow be at the back or the front, do you think? If we pop the ribbon round like that, that looks pretty as it is, doesn't it? I think we'll try the bow at the front first. So this is silky ribbon that I had. It's not... If it had been broader, I would have used this to make the top. And I'm pleased it wasn't, because I really like that lace top that she's got on. So I'm just tying the ribbon around her waist now. There we are. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. And I think what I'll do is I'll leave the actual tail of the ribbon quite long, and I'm going to cut it at an angle each side. Leave it quite long so it's nearly at the bottom of her skirt. Cut it at an angle. Let me show you what I've done. So she's got the ribbon around her waist, and I have just clipped it at an angle at the bottom so that it doesn't fray. You could also seal the end with a lighter. Children, you need to get adult supervision with that. Yeah, you can seal the end with a lighter so it doesn't fray, but I've just cut it at an angle. So now the only thing left to do on her is her hair. She looks lovely, doesn't she? I'm so happy with how well she's turned out. I really am. I'm quite surprised. Right, so her hair. She has two long bits hanging down the front. These are here. So I'll pop those into a little clip and keep them out of the way while we do it. Now that's that out of the way. Her hair's still a little bit damp, but it's okay. It smells lovely. It smells of flowers. It does smell lovely. So I'm going to put an elastic sheet, and her hair is quite a strange, it's short here, and the idea is that this bit curls over the bobble at the front, and then she has this long bit at the back, and I do think that may have been cut because it's not that long. So yes, I don't like this hairstyle. Once it's been taken out, I find that you can't seem to get it back in properly. So yeah, bear with me, I might make a hash of this. So I'm just going to use a clear loom band to pop around her ponytail. I've got all of her hair in except the front part, which she has hanging down. So that's that. Her hair's lovely and shiny and silky too. It just is a little bit damp still. Maybe when it's a bit drier it'll look a bit better. But yeah, and this is what you end up with, this pineapple on top of her head. And I personally, I don't like that. No, I don't. So the next thing we need to do is find her a tiara. Now, I don't have her tiara or any Bratz tiara. This is a Barbie tiara that I bought from eBay, and I bought it in a bundle of about 10, and they were about £2, something like that. But yeah, I've used them quite a lot actually. They are very handy to have for princesses and for formal funk Chloe. Yeah. So we'll pop that into her. I've tucked it into her hair, and I'm going to tuck it back as far as I can. I'm going to try and tuck this ratty hair. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry, I don't. Try and tuck it around and tuck it in behind the tiara a bit to make it look a little bit tidier. But yeah, I'm not at all keen on that. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of gel on these bits here. Let's take that tiara out for a moment. And I'm using the same method that As Does Makeup uses. I watched him do the fringes on his doll, and he used a mascara one, so that's what I'm going to use, the same as does, because his dolls come out absolutely beautiful. I would love if my dolls looked as lovely as his did. He really does do a fantastic job. So yeah, right, so I've got my gel on my wand, and I'm going to brush it down the length of her hair to just keep all those flyaway bits in place. There we go. And then the other side. So that's much better, isn't it? Now all I've got to do is sort this flipping pineapple out. Okay, so what I've done is I've gelled all this pineapple piece here, and I've curled it over and tucked it into this elastic here. It's quite stiff, but in my opinion it does look a lot better. And I've brushed the back, straightened that out. I do believe that's been cut though. Yeah, I do. I think it's shorter than it ought to be. But no, I'm happy with that. So, and there she is. Formal Funk Chloe, J Dolls UK style. That's the best I can do with her with the equipment that I've got. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.